Welcome back to the Chip and Joe podcast show. This is our 10th episode with our special guest, aka also known as Roddy motherfucking Blaze. So say hello, RoddyBlaze.
What up?
So I haven't seen Rodrigo in a couple months.
Couple milfs.
Yeah. Wait. Last time we saw each other was when we were all at your party.
Yeah. It was like
oh my
almost,
god.
Yeah.
My god.
Yeah, it was like
anyways, guys, let's just roll the intro real quick and then we'll get to it. So roll the intro.
This is the Chip and Joe podcast show. And Joe podcast show. And Joe podcast show.
And we're back. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about that right away. Let's get into it. It was your 21st.
Oh, we've talked about his birthday before.
We literally talked about his birthday party.
Yeah, I heard that one. You guys were talking about. You guys, all I heard was, all I heard was, look at this fucking virgin.
Okay.
I showed my brother.
Clarify. That's what his brother said during the party.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, he was flossing. But also keep in mind, we asked him to floss so we can record him.
Yeah.
I showed my brother the podcast when you guys said that. Uh-huh. We started cracking up.
Dude.
When you guys the way you guys said it too, we were cracking up. Look at this fucking virgin.
So how'd you like your 21st? How'd you feel the day after? You drank a lot.
Oh yeah, man. I don't even think I got any sleep that day, cause my friend Eric, he drank a little bit too. He drank like a lot too.
Uh-huh.
But he drove, and he was messed up. So I told him, I was like, you know what, man, you want to sleep over? Mm-hmm. And usually I never do that, but he was like, you know, dude, like he was messed up.
Damn.
I was like, dude, you want to sleep over? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he slept on my couch, and you know, so I didn't want to be messed up. So I slept on the couch like with him, not next to each other, but like, but like on the on the same couch. Like he was on one side, I was on the other side. And he told me, and it was like 2 in the morning or something. And he told me that he had work, and I was like, oh, what time? He's like, oh, I'll be there at 6. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, So he only slept like a few hours, and I couldn't sleep either because I had a freaking headache.
Uh-huh.
Like I was already feeling it. Like I had a huge headache, and so I kept waking up like multiple times during the night, and my head was just hurting. And then he woke me up because he got up, and he like, all right, man. Then he wakes up. And then when he leaves, he's like, all right, man. Thanks for letting me stay. And I was like, yeah, no problem, man. And again, I still couldn't sleep. I woke up I was like fully awake like at maybe 8.
Damn.
Because I just couldn't sleep. So I saw.
Did you throw up?
No, I didn't throw up.
Wow.
No, yeah, so
You
surprisingly,
got lucky.
maybe I didn't drink enough.
Maybe. Damn.
So, didn't you say you got sick, Joe? Like right after?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that was the worst. I got sick right after your party because I was already getting sick. That night. I don't know if I told you.
No.
I feel like I texted you. I was like, damn, I'm sick, but I'm still gonna go. Or I feel like I'm getting sick, but I'm still gonna. Or I think I told Hector. I told somebody. I was like, I'm sick, but I'm still going.
Or that was the day of, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the day of. Yeah, I was feeling sick.
Yeah.
And then came here, and you know, my shoes got wet as soon as I came here because there was like the grass had like a bunch of water in it.
Yeah.
So as soon as I stepped, I just hear, and I'm like, oh no. I got sick like the day after, like hangover, and then I got sick, so it was like double whammy. I was bad. Yeah, that was probably like the worst I've ever felt. Like that week after, like the whole week, I just felt like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it don't lasted a week. I mean, a day, not a week. It don't lasted the next day for me. Then the next day I was fine. The next day I was fine.
Man, then there was me, the only person.
Yeah, Hector was the only one that didn't drink.
The only one that didn't drink in that party, man.
dude.
Usually that's me.
No, wait. And not only that, he just saw us on our drunk stage.
Yeah.
He saw Rodrigo. Dude, Rodrigo was doing some crazy stuff.
He was doing some damage.
Oh my god.
He was like asking girls to like sleep over. He's like, man, I think you're too drunk.
I told my okay, so I'll just say, you know what? Who cares? You know,
you don't have to give names if you don't.
Yeah,
want to.
I'm not gonna say names.
Okay.
But I told a certain girl that I've known for a while. I told her to sleep over, and she said no.
Okay, wait.
Okay, she says like no. She said there's not enough room. And you're like, just stay in my room. You said that. You said that.
My
You said we'll share.
I'll make a room.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
Something I want to preface. Rodrigo makes himself feel like a sad boy when a girl says no and stuff. You're always like, man, like girls always play me, and like, you know what I mean? Like he's always like, they always say they're gonna hang out with me, but they don't.
Yeah.
So like, I want to preface that so you understand like his point of view and how like he tries to invite a girl and they'll be like, but there's no room. He's like, I'll make room. That's not a concern.
Yeah. Like sober me would have been like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like sober me would have been like, hey, you want to sleep over? She'd be like, oh no, there's no room. Like, I would have been like, all right, cool.
I
All right, I guess. But drunk me, I'm like, I'll make room. Shit.
But that goes into one of the stories that I want to talk to you about. You told me the other day, and obviously we were saving this for the podcast.
Okay.
About a girl that you were looking for.
Oh.
And let me just give a little backstory. So we were talking on the phone, and he said that he was looking for a girl, and he got into it. But I want him to say the story just from the beginning. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Hector or Chip, what's your name in this? What's your name here?
Whichever you
didn't say whichever.
It goes back and forth.
They gotta learn.
You haven't heard the story, right?
I don't think so.
No.
You didn't tell him, right?
No.
All right. Well, here's the story.
All right.
So it actually goes back all the way to 2011. So I was in 7th grade and I met this girl, and okay, so obviously I was straight, right? Wait, hold on!
You were?
I said obviously I'm straight.
No, you said were.
What? And then obviously I was straight. Obviously I was straight. So I'm into girls, right? Like obviously I am straight, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, but get that shit out, man.
I wouldn't have to say that.
If you would let me finish the sentence, it would make sense, okay?
Yeah.
If you could let me finish the sentence, it would make sense, alright?
So I was with this dude.
Hey, alright, anyway, if you let me finish the sentence, it'll make more sense.
Seventh grade.
I was 7th grade, so obviously I'm straight, and I'm into girls, but I wasn't into girls in 7th grade.
You weren't looking for a girlfriend.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what it was like having a crush on a girl, you know what I mean?
You weren't trying to smack the cheeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for anything, you know, because I was like, what?
Wait. The question is, did you do Slap Ass Friday?
No.
Oh, shit.
In 6th grade, I did.
Damn. Oh, shit. You went in.
It died in middle school.
Yeah, it did.
In elementary, that's when it was trending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah. So I wasn't really into girls, but obviously, you know, I was into girls. You know what I mean? And so I met this girl, and she was like super cool. Like she was like she was probably like the first girl that I met in junior high, and she came and she talked to me. Like I didn't look at her and be like, oh damn, like let me go try and talk to her. Like no, because like I was a little shy nerd back then, man. Like I was like I had no friends, man, because because in 6th grade was my last year of elementary.
Yeah.
And then all those friends, they went to a different junior high, so I was like by myself in middle school. So I had no friends, but I signed up for the after school program, and that's how I met her. And I would just be by myself. Well, other kids would be playing, you know, basketball and whatnot, but I was like, what do I do now? I was like, this is boring.
Yeah.
And she came up to me and she started talking to me, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, you know, like, and I was still kind of shy though. I'll be like, oh hey, you know, what's up? Like, I would try to be cool, you know what I mean? But but I was still pretty shy.
Yeah.
And so throughout the next few upcoming weeks, she would keep talking to me, and I would only see her in the after school program because I didn't have a class with her, and I rarely saw her around school. So like I'll be in class. Like eventually I was in class and I'll be like, man, I can't wait for school to be over so I can go see her at the after school program.
Damn.
And then the days when she wouldn't go, I'd be all bad. I'd be all sad. I'm like, oh no.
You were like, I wasted this outfit.
Yeah. Yes.
I got fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
I made my mom take me to get a haircut, and she's not here.
She's not here, man.
It's a Friday night.
Yeah. It was a Friday and she wouldn't be there, and then I was like, man, my hair's gonna grow out by Monday. I was like, man. Yeah, but I was like, man, and then so you know, it was like that, you know what I mean? Like she would be talking to me, and I thought she was really cool. So and then so 7th grade, like she was like the coolest girl that I met and that I knew at the time. And 8th grade came, and she left after school. She left the after school program.
Damn.
And 8th grade, I didn't have a class with her either, and I barely saw her around school. So 8th grade, she kind of like started disappearing a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I was still like every now and then I would say hi to her, and every now and then high school came, and we went to different high schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have social media.
Damn.
Nothing. So
Dude, it's getting further and further apart. What the
So she was like, basically when I was a freshman, she basically disappeared, because I'm like, I have no way of getting in contact with her. I was like, I have no social media. I was like, I have nothing.
Damn.
So I was like, how am I supposed to talk to her? Yeah. Okay, so then high school came along, but for some reason, like I don't know what it was, but for some reason I never forgot about her. Like I don't know what it was. Like, but I never forgot. Oh God. Yeah, but I never forgot about her. So and I think it was like in 2013 was when I became a freshman. And a few months into freshman year, that's when I created like social media. I created Instagram, I created Twitter, created everything. And as soon as I made all that, I started looking for her. Mm-hmm. Like I would search her name and everything, and I even pulled out my yearbook from 7th grade, and I looked for her name and to see what her last name was. Yeah. So that's how I remembered it.
I pictured you on the yearbook looking at it, and then seeing her face and putting your finger over it, and just slowly caressing her face, and being like, it's okay, baby, I'll find you one day. Like a love story. I won't forget about you.
I definitely didn't do that with music playing in the background.
Oh my God! Some love music, fresh out of the shower in your towel. Shh, don't say a word. Baby, come back.
And it's so wrong because it's like from 7th grade.
Oh my God.
Bro, 7th grade, I was like what? 13 or 12? Freshman year, I was like already like what, 15, 14?
Damn. That's crazy.
Okay, and I couldn't find her. Like on Facebook, couldn't find her. On Instagram, couldn't find her. I was like, man, I don't think she has social media or anything. And sophomore year, every now and then, same thing, but not as much. So basically, up until like now, up until like for like the past like 8 years, basically, I've kind of like somewhat like in the less creepiest way I can possibly say it. I've been kind of looking for her, because I never forgot about her, and and also I never got to tell her like how cool she was and how like cute she was, how like awesome she was, all that stuff. I never got to tell her, and so I kind of did like that's mainly what that's kind of the main reason why I kind of like somewhat been looking for her, because I don't want to live with that regret. You know what I mean?
You felt like you still had feelings to share with her.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
How
like
you felt and everything.
Yeah, but it's happened before though, where I meet a girl and they disappear, and I was like, but okay, but but for those I let go, but for some reason I was like, I don't know what it was about her though. Yeah. For some reason I never forgot about her. And so I don't want to live with that regret, like I was like, I never got to tell her how cool she was and all that stuff. I never got to tell her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so that's kind of the main reason why I kind of like been looking for her. So for the past 8 years, like nothing. Facebook, search for her, nothing. Instagram, nothing. Even like in 2014, I told my friend about it. I told my friend about this girl too. And
damn.
So nothing, man. I was like, can't find her, and like nothing. Until last week, man.
Oh my God!
Are you ready for this?
The juice, the sauce, the yolk.
Last week, I was telling my coworker this story.
Okay. If you tell me she's married, I'm gonna cry.
I was telling my coworker about this girl, and she was like, "Man, what the heck?" And then then I get home and I'm editing my video and whatnot, and then I take a break and I'm like, "Let me try again." You know what I mean? I was like, "Why not?" Now I'm taking a little break. I go on Facebook, nothing. Go on Twitter, nothing. And then I go on Instagram.
Oh my God, Instagram.
And I think it's her. So I click on the profile, and it has 0 pictures. It only has like 50 something followers.
Damn.
And 0 photos. And then it has a profile picture. But I can't really tell if it's her. So I screenshot it and I zoom in, and I'm thinking it's her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it is her. I was like, but then I'm like, 0 photos, barely any followers. I'm like, man, she probably doesn't even use this anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She probably made it, but didn't like it, and she probably deleted it, or so it doesn't even use it. So I'm like, man. So I got kind of excited for nothing. So I'm like, man, you know what? So I was like, whatever. So I follow her anyways. And I set my phone aside, not thinking anything. And I continue editing my video, and then I see my phone go off, and then I go and I look at my phone, And she followed me back, and I start like I lose it, man. I'm like, holy, I'm like, she's alive. I'm like, oh my god. I'm losing it, man. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is it. I'm like, okay, here we go. I was like, I gotta do it. I was like, I gotta DM her.
Yeah.
I was like, it's now or never. I was like, you know what I mean? So I freaking grabbed my freaking cojones, and I DM her and I put, hey, what's your face? I'm not gonna say your name. And I was like, this is gonna be a long shot, but by any chance, do you remember me from junior high? And
let's just say her name's Shanae. Just
Shanae. All right.
Just
all
for
right.
the hell.
Her name is Shanae.
Just so he has
Really?
like some name on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Shanae. Really?
Yeah, Shanae.
You
I don't know. I just thought it was
You got
Shanae.
nothing better, man.
Yeah, Shanae.
Hector, give me a name.
No. 'Cause we don't want it. We don't want it to be like somebody that we actually know. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
just a random name.
So I'm like, hey, Shanae. Like, by any chance, do you remember me from junior high?
Yeah.
And then so I set my phone aside, and like 20 minutes later, I get a reply, and you know what it said? After 8 long years, man.
Woo.
8 long years.
Here's the text.
Here it is, man. She said, "Sorry, I don't."
Oh my god!
I waited 8 years for that, man.
Oh my god!
Luckily,
You're lucky.
Then she texted me, "LOL, just kidding. Of course I remember you."
Got him.
She said, "LOL, just kidding. Of course I remember you. How you been?"
Damn.
And I'm like, she remembers me. I start losing it, man. I start playing that Glorious song. I don't know if you guys know.
Glorious.
I start.
Okay, baby.
Glorious.
Oh man.
I start playing that song, and I'm like, woo! I'm celebrating, dude. I'm like, oh my god, like she remembers me. I'm like, woo! I start losing it, man. I'm like, oh my god, and then I'm like, kind of like losing it a little bit because I'm like, I spent all this time like looking for her, and now I'm like, it's right here, like I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I was like, I don't think that's good for the mind, man. I was like, what? It's like, is this really happening? I was like, holy shit. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, so then I just start texting her, and we talked for like 2 days, like 3 days straight.
Jesus.
Like catching up, and dude, it was like we never stopped talking, dude.
Wow.
Because not once did we do that fucking ghetto conversation. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just chilling. What about you?
Yeah.
LOL. Me same. Oh, cool. Haha. Like not once did we have that conversation. The entire time we're just like catching up. Asking what she's I asked her what she's been doing, what she's been up to. She asked me the same thing. You're like, oh, I'm chilling. LOL.
LOL. What about you?
Yeah, so like it was cool. Like, I even told her, I was like, it's pretty cool how like it's been 8 years since we last talked, and it's as if we never stopped talking.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, yo, I'm like, this is.
And then did you tell her how you felt?
Somewhat. Okay. Like because I also after like 2 days of talking, I asked her, I was like, so she's in school right now, but she's not in town.
Okay,
like,
so she's out of state,
she's out
of town.
Yeah, she's out of town for school.
Yeah.
So she still lives here, but she only comes down here for like school breaks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so I asked her after a few days of talking. I asked her, I was like, hey, when you come down for your school break, I was like, we should get together sometime. I was like, have some lunch or something. Yeah. And she said she was down. So kind of want to save that, like if it happens to happen. Which I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm confident it's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna deny it either.
And what do you mean it's gonna happen? Just a lunch or something?
Like
more?
Us hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Like us getting together. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure she's a busy person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it happens to happen, I want to save it for that. You know, I want it to be in person and be like, all right, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say everything through text. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you talked to her on the phone or anything or no?
No, I've just been DMing on Instagram. I haven't gotten a number or anything.
Okay. Damn.
So yeah, so I'm like, but if it does happen to happen, like if we do get together or anything, I'm gonna be like so tripped out because I'm like, dude, 8 years, bro. Dude, 8 years,
that's
man.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, and now I'm.
You found her.
Yeah, I found her.
Yeah.
And then I even asked her. I even told her, I was like, what if I didn't have the guts to like DM you? Like, who knows when we would have talked? And then she goes, yeah, who knows when we would have talked? Because if it wasn't for my brother and my friend making me make an Instagram, I would have made one because I barely made it a month ago.
Fuck.
And I'm like, damn. So I'm like, what's the timing, man? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
So fast forward to now, like today, like what's the
Yeah.
last thing that like you guys have talked about from that point to right now?
Oh, we're talking about alcohol.
All right.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, she goes to university, right? So
Yeah,
she's got a drink.
Yeah, so I was telling her about my party a little bit, how I got messed up,
Uh-huh.
and then we started talking about like I asked her like, what's your favorite drink, and she asked me like, what do I drink and whatnot, and then I was kind of even more tripped out too because I'm like, okay, the last time I talked to her. Like 8 years ago, we were like what 13, 14, and now we're over here talking about alcohol. So I'm like, it felt weird.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? you know what I mean? Because like,
What do you like, Jack Daniels?
you know what I mean? All right, this is gonna sound like freaking weird. This is gonna sound like this is probably gonna be the weirdest thing I've ever said.
Okay.
In this whole podcast.
Okay.
But
Let me get the mic closer.
Oh God. But it was weird because I still saw her as freaking like a 7th grader, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to have like to be having
conversation.
yeah. So like so to be having conversations about freaking alcohol and whatnot, I was like, what the
Dude,
heck?
like, what the hell? Yeah,
what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I was like, what the heck? But you know, I'm getting used to it. Because I'm like, okay, you know, but she's just as cool as I remember. She, other than drinking, she's the same person as I remember.
Yeah. Damn. All right,
Yeah.
well,
So yeah, man.
you need to keep us updated or just, send me a text about the story. And then,
so I kind of feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I've been given a second chance, man.
dude, God is good.
Like, yeah, I know, yeah, man. I was like,
damn, dude.
17 again, man.
Oh, man.
It's a chance to do it right this time, man.
Seriously.
Now with technology, I can talk to her now.
Yeah. Well, I have a topic, and this is...
I know. Okay, so I was listening to this. I'm like, this is gonna be messed up.
This is going to be messed up because of the story you said.
Okay.
But we have a proposition for you.
Okay.
I thought of this idea, and I talked about it in the last podcast. Let me tell you the video idea I have.
Okay.
Video idea is to get somebody who's single, and then we make a... he raised his hand.
that would be me.
To get somebody who's single, and then create them a Tinder profile, and then get them a blind date.
I already have a Tinder profile.
Okay. Okay, we would take over your Tinder profile. We would try to get you a date, and you would go basically on a blind date. And it would be Hector and I basically trying to get a girl like to go on a date with you. And all you would have to do is obviously we'd do like a makeover where you get like your beard done, you get your hair done, you go and buy I guess like a new clothes or something, and you do that. And that would be like something I can see you doing just because like I know you want.
Dude, I saw it 100%.
Yeah.
Until he told us this like heartfelt story. He's like, I want to wait to tell.
Well, to be fair, you guys are friends right now, right?
Yeah,
There's nothing going on, so it's not like it would be fucked up to do that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be like I'm pretty sure you want to go on dates, right? Meet new people and do whatever, you know? Even if it's not something serious, just go on a date, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, Rodrigo would be like the perfect person because I know he'd be willing to do it, like not only just because it's a video, but like outside of that, he would be willing to do it. And if we like actually focused on getting a person to go on a blind date with you and everything, well, I mean they wouldn't be going on a blind date, you would be going on a blind date with them. It would work out. Like you would be, I don't know if you'd be willing for that, but it would be really fun. We go and get you like a new shirt or something, I don't know, some like funny shit like that, and then at the end it's just you leaving, and then we record you walking out of the car, and then whatever happens after that happens. I don't know how you think about it. What are any concerns you have? But yeah,
I'm concerned. I don't want to get. I'm not trying to get catfished.
I don't think you'd get catfished, honestly.
I mean, yeah,
we would make sure.
Like, I'm pretty up for it.
You'd be down for that.
Like, would you would you guys meet the girl first or?
We could do that. We can meet
or
the
like,
girl first.
Like, okay, so let's say you guys make a profile for me. Like, are you guys gonna put like, or like, are you guys gonna pretend to be me, or are you guys gonna put like, we're doing this. This is our friend. Blah blah blah.
We could do either or.
Or what's your video, man? What do you?
I mean, I was thinking just act as you, and then just you going for her, but not knowing who it is.
But then you would also have to DM her yourself.
What do you mean?
Like to set up the date, you would have to DM her
through your Tinder.
No, but like am I gonna see who's the match?
No, that's the blind.
No, but like when you match with somebody on Tinder, like you have to DM her to set up the date.
Yeah.
That's why. But
Well,
like,
with your profile.
That's why though. But like,
he's gonna pretend.
No,
to be
I would.
you're-
Okay,
like,
yeah.
you're gonna pretend to be me?
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I'll pretend to
And
be
then
you.
she's gonna be like, "What are you interested in?"
Oh yeah, bro. What if she says that, bro?
I
What are
got you. I'll be like,
We're
you
gonna
know,
put the
do you-
glorious
do you never-
song.
we're gonna
do you
put.
know-
I listen to Glorious every day.
Yeah.
That's my morning motivation. I love my toothbrush. You know.
Oh my
cool
god.
things. Nah, I'm kidding.
But I have a beard.
yeah.
That's all you need. Man.
Yeah. So it's honestly like you would be the perfect person for that, just because I know like you'd be willing to go on a date.
Yeah.
Like you're like avidly like not avidly like desperate,
Yeah.
avidly looking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, I'm open to it, you know?
I mean-
so like if you'd be willing to do that, that's a banger. That's a banger. But yeah, if you have any concerns right now, I think would be the time.
I got nothing to lose, man. So I'm in.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
There you
if you
go.
don't really have anything, and then
Yeah.
we can, go and get your beer lined up and everything
Yeah.
fresh as fuck. And
You gotta make a new Tinder though. You can't use mine
we would do
Oh,
obviously.
okay.
Oh yeah, I'd make a new Tinder for you.
because I got my own business on my own Tinder.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I guess you're open for it.
Alright, yeah,
So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, I think now would be the time. Look at the top right of the screen right now. Click that where it says "Click me, winky face." Subscribe to that channel. There will be a video coming shortly. We're gonna plan it out and see when's the best day to do it, and we will do it. We are on 26 minutes, and I also want to talk to you about moving in together. It's a topic that I discussed in the podcast like once. I'm getting kicked out. As far as I know. I don't know what the update is because there is no update. But,
You already told Rodrigo about all this, right?
What do you mean?
About like you, like moving out, and you already asked. Did you ask him before?
I asked him once I knew I was moving out, and I was like, dude, you know who'd be a good person to move out with? Rodrigo.
Hey.
So we can follow and pursue our dreams.
That'd be like the YouTube.
The YouTube house.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube headquarters. Everybody that needs to do a YouTube video just goes to the house or whatever it is. And
Oh yeah. Before you get into that, I'm pretty sure you guys lied to me about actually having his own house.
Okay.
I'm believing this whole time.
Oh
Man.
my
It's been
god.
like 2 years.
Oh my god. So one time. No, you should explain. You should explain.
Okay, so apparently Joe told me that he told Rodrigo, I think.
We were there.
You told me that.
Yeah, both of us.
Okay, well, okay, you want to go back? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like
when it
the,
first happened.
the first time I went to your house.
Yeah, when it happened.
What did we do?
We played
We
video
were
games all
playing
day.
video games.
Did we? Oh,
Like
yeah.
UFC and all that,
and
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Ghetto
fun.
Mario Kart.
And then I think you asked me like, "Where are your parents?" I'm like, "Oh, I live by myself."
Yeah, like
And then I went along with it, and I'm like, yeah, they own multiple houses, and they gave this one a hectare.
Yeah.
you're telling me that your parents left it for you and your brother, and that you live here and they live somewhere else, like
Camarillo or
yeah, in
something.
Camarillo or
Yeah.
something like that. That like they have their own house because that's where they work. So they left it for me here.
Yeah. And then Joe told me that when he asked Rodrigo about like that he needs a place to stay.
Yeah, like
that Rodrigo asked Joe, "Why doesn't he stay with me in my house?"
And I'm like, what do you mean? I can't. All the rooms are full. He's like, I thought you lived by himself. Like, no.
Like, no, I was
we were
like-
just kidding. We never told you.
Yeah, you never told me. I was like, what the heck?
I'm so
So
sorry.
that was like more than a year, I think.
Yeah, it's been like almost 2 years maybe.
Almost 2 years.
That's
Yeah.
like me and Francisco, man.
Oh my
All
god.
through high school, Francisco has told me that he's part black. All right, all right.
Francisco's a tall one.
Yeah, I know.
That his grandpa is black,
Uh-huh.
whatever. So he'd be like a quarter black, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I find out like the end of senior year that he was lying the whole time.
For 4 years.
and they just say it like nothing, like, "Oh yeah, I was just lying,"
I
and then
knew-
they just go on with
Oh
their day. I'm
my-
like,
Yeah.
"What?" I'm like, "Oh my."
Dude, I even knew he was lying. I thought you knew. That's why I was like, wait, are you joking? Like, I thought you were going along with it. Like, no way. But yeah, like he was never black.
Oh my god.
Just because he's tall.
Okay. What were you guys? Okay, moving in. Okay.
Yeah, moving in.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
I mean, the idea of it, like
The concept is good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'd be held down as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the only thing I was telling you is that with all that fun and everything, like like I don't make that much money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I also don't like when it comes to when you think about actually think about it, you know what I mean? Like it's not cheap to live out here, especially.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? So like when it comes to like bills and all that stuff, like I also don't want to be struggling either. Like I don't want to be able to, or I don't want to not be able to go out and have a freaking In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, oh damn, like if I buy this, I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Or a McChicken, you know.
Oh, McChickens, goddamn those
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bastards!
$1.50
Dude,
now,
can you believe
man.
it? $1.50 for freaking McChicken now.
They raised the prices?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? This is a big deal, dude. This is a fucking big deal. What? Like you have learned. When I have $1, McChicken. What? That's it.
So does the dollar menu still exist?
No.
What?
Only I think it's only like the drink.
Is this even America?
No. That's what I'm saying. America's going to shit.
What the fuck?
Dude, that's the American way. The chicken, dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's crazy. At least here in California. I don't know what it is in
my
other
God.
states, but here in California, it's $1.50 now.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
What we're talking about
So,
before? In-N-Out.
So for those getting excited about minimum wage going up, don't be so happy now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, minimum wage goes up, everything else goes up.
Yeah.
We lost the McChicken, guys.
Anyways, not being
okay.
able to eat a In-N-Out burger.
You know what I mean? Like I also don't want to be struggling either, you know, because I don't make that much money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't want to be struggling either, you know what I mean? But like if I knew for a fact that we could do it, then I'd be down for it, but as of right now, you know what I mean? Like I don't think I can. You know what I mean?
What I was thinking, because, okay, I was looking at the apartment prices, and you know how I told you I was going to hit you up if there was, like, a good price?
Yeah.
You were saying that you wanted a 2-bedroom, and we, like, so we can have our own rooms and separate shit. It's not possible. You know how much it is for a 2-bedroom?
Huh.
It starts, like, at $1,500.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's not cheap. Like, I called today, and I was calling for an apartment. Like, 1 bedroom is $1,300. A 2-bedroom is $1,600 at that specific place, and this is like far away. It's like by Santa Paula, so it would be cheaper.
Yeah.
It's expensive, really expensive.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, if we had 3 people, we'd be able to afford a 2-bedroom. But obviously, one person wouldn't.
Extra.
Yeah, one person wouldn't have a bedroom.
Yeah.
You know? So then they would be shit out of luck.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they paid a little less, I guess it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I don't know how comfortably it would feel like. You know.
That's where I come in.
That's where I can come in. But like, I would be so down to move out. Like, I want to move out, but financially, it doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah.
Especially moving out alone, I wouldn't be able to afford it. With like an apartment, like I can get like a studio, whatever. I can get like, you know, a room, obviously, but I don't want to share a room because it's the same thing where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I'm with my parents. Like I have a room. I'm gonna move out to rent a room with it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like I'm paying now, so it doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather have my own place where I can make as much noise as I want and whatever, bring people whenever I want, whatever it is. But right now, financially, it's not happening. So unless I win the lottery, this is not happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe like 3 people would be a solid place. Like we'd be able to get a solid place.
But then you would
then
need,
again,
you would need a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, we need a 3-bedroom, or we have somebody like have the living room, you know, and they have the futon, what like turns into you know the couch and in the bed.
Yeah.
But like it's tough. Like it's really tough to move out. Like no way we'd be able to make us to part time. Like it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the third person, I don't know who the third person is, or you know who we would bring in.
Yeah.
Gabe.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Once it's time to pay, he's like, I have a.
He's like, I have 2 pennies and an IOU and a coupon to In-N-Out. But yeah, like that's kind of how I think about it. It's really tough to make it out here, and there's no way we'd make it us 2 alone. But yeah, is there anything that you want to talk about? Any funny stories?
Funny stories.
Yeah, we are 33 minutes, so if you can tell, you know, like a 10-minute story, it would be
10-minute story. Well,
10-minute story.
Well, I don't know about that one. But I have a story.
Okay, funny story.
Okay, yeah. So this past week, I went to a comedy show.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing comedy live.
Wow.
And okay, so here's the like full story.
Okay.
So like in like late 2017, I think, if I remember correctly, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with these 2 girls. And the waiter, he was like talking to us and whatnot, or are they called waiters?
Yeah. The server, waiter,
server.
Yeah.
I'm calling server.
Yeah.
The server. He was talking to us and he was telling us that he was a comedian. And so we're like, oh damn, that's cool, So after we finished eating and whatnot, he came back and we paid and everything, and he told us, he's like, yeah, he gave us his Instagram, and he followed us like right then and there.
Wow.
And he told us like, yeah guys, so just hit me up and I'll get you guys on the VIP list for the next show.
Wow.
And we're like, oh hell yeah, that sounds cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but we never hit him up.
Yeah.
Like yeah, so like and so up until last week. I've had him on Instagram this entire time.
Wow.
But,
for 2 years basically.
Yeah, but I never hit him up or anything.
Yeah.
And so one night I was extremely bored, so I actually watched people's Instagram stories.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so his story came up, and he was saying that that he's having a show next week on Tuesday, and we're like, and it was a Wednesday when I saw this.
Right.
So he's like next week on Tuesday, so I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's just in case you guys missed the poster, and I'm like, poster. So I go on his profile, and yeah, there was a picture that I didn't see. So I clicked on it. It was the flyer for the show.
Right.
And I'm like, oh damn. And he's like, and so it was at a bar. It was at a dive bar.
Right.
And it was 21 and over. And I know I invited you, but but I didn't know it was 21 and over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, because I texted him and I DM'd him on Instagram. I was like, hey man, I was like, just want to know, do you have to be a certain age to get into your show? He's like, it's 21 and over. And then he's like, blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm like, shit. I'm already freaking invited Joe. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I was like, damn it, man, I wanted to go.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay,
but I'm too young.
Yeah, so I'm like, shit. But I have some somewhat good news until the end. I have somewhat good news about that.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh yeah, and he said tickets are $5. So I'm like, dude, I was like, I've never seen comedy live, and tickets are $5. I was like, it was at 8 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m. And I got off of work at 3 p.m. So I'm like, perfect,
you
man.
got time to get ready.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm like, I'm down. I'm like, hell yeah. So I hit up I hit up Soda and you remember Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit them up because they're 21 already.
Yeah.
So I hit them up and I hit up my brother and my other friend. And just asked them if they wanted to go, and I texted them like on Saturday or Friday, and they all said they were down. And then Tuesday came. Literally 3 people in a row flaked on me. Like,
oh my god!
Literally, like in a like. I texted Soda. Hey man, are you down for the show tonight? He's like, oh man, no man. My practice ends at 8:30. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like, oh, it's all good. Texted Jerry. Hey man, are you still down for the show tonight? And he goes, something came up. And I'm like, oh my god. I texted my brother. Hey man, are you down for the show tonight? And he replies, not gonna be able to make it.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh,
damn virgin.
not that brother.
Oh,
not that brother. And then I also texted my other brother, the one that's next to me, like how do I say it?
The next to you, like
next to
age wise.
Yeah. I texted him and he said he might. Because he doesn't know if he's gonna work or not. Yeah. And so he texted, and so I texted him, and he put, "Oh, I don't know yet. I'll let you know at 7 if I'm able to." And I'm like, "All right, for sure."
And it started at 8.
Yeah, it starts at 8. So I'm like, "All right." So I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like, literally everybody flaked. Yeah. And then my brother was texting me. He was like, "Oh, who's going?" And I was like, well, 3 people flaked, and I was like, so he's like, so if I don't go, you're gonna go by yourself? I was like, oh, hold on, if you're not going, I'm not going either. I was like, I'm not gonna go by myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, nah. So he's like, all right. I was like, all right. He's like, it starts at 8. He's like, I'm like, yeah. I was like, all right. So yeah. So fast forward, just only me and my brother went. Yeah. Out of like 5 people that I invited, I was like, only my brother. I was like, everybody flaked. I was like, man, fuck you guys. I was like, man.
If Soda hears this, somebody hears it, Jerry, what do you have to tell them?
Soda, fuck you.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. No, he invited me to go to this place called the Dojo Boom. Have you heard of that place?
No, haven't. What is that?
It's in Thousand Oaks.
The food place?
Soda invited you?
Yeah, he invited me today.
What is it? Dance place?
Dojo Boom. It's like Sky High kind of.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Because you know how Sky High got closed, right? Or Sky Zone? Was it Sky Zone? The one that's in Camarillo? That one got closed down.
Sky High?
Yeah, that one got closed down.
It did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What? The one we would go to?
The one we would go to, yeah.
The one near my store?
The one, close to your
What?
store. Yeah, it got closed.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
What the heck?
Because one of my friends used to work there, and he said it closed down.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, shit.
It's crazy. I didn't know that.
That place is popping.
Yeah, that place was pretty popular. Yeah. Friday nights, all the freaking kids would go.
What the heck?
Going to dark and everything.
It was hidden too.
Yeah, it was pretty. That's probably why, honestly.
Because it was maybe they changed location.
Maybe. No, I don't know.
Your friend would have.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
What the heck?
They closed. That's why I was like
Yeah.
looking for, because I saw Jerry doing like
Yeah,
going to a place
that's
like that.
that's Dojo Boom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks a little bit better.
Yeah, it does.
They have
it
like
does.
wall running. And
It looks
stuff
like
that.
parkourish.
Yeah. That's like they have like obstacle courses and stuff like that. I was
That's
like,
cool.
yeah.
Wait, where's that at?
And it's 1,000 Oaks.
Thousand
Oh
Oaks.
yeah.
Yeah.
My cousins told me about it.
Yeah. He invited me, but I was like, I got an interview. I got an interview.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, but I want to go though. I was like,
Yeah. We should plan one day to go.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking cool.
Yeah. He invited me today, but he's like, at 6:30. But I was like, I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah.
It's already. I was like, it's already too late.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, eh. And then so I'm like, I'm hitting him up, be like, hey man, when do you guys go? I was like, yeah man.
Invite me.
I was like, my bad. This is the second time he invites me and I don't go.
Right. Oh shoot.
The first time is since I was lazy, man. But this time I was like, I was
Yeah.
actually busy.
Dude, Gabe would just hit us up sometimes, or like we'd be hanging out, and then we're all about to say bye. He's like, "So Skype bye."
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Back to the
story.
the comedy show.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally just me and my brother Ben go, and he doesn't know any and both of us we don't even know any of the comedians.
Right.
Like me, I only knew the
guy, the server.
Yeah, and he said he was saying that he's bringing comics from LA and San Francisco and whatnot that are coming down to do for the show, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it's his first show that he put together.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm like, all right, cool. So me and my brother didn't even know. My brother didn't even like know what he was getting into. You know,
Right. Were you like with low expectations a little bit?
Well, man, I was just like, I just want to like, as long as I laugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, even if the comedian's not funny, I feel like that's funny.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what I mean?
The joke's not
like,
landing,
I was
everybody
like,
quiet. I'm like, oh
you
shoot.
know what I mean? So I'm like, I got nothing to lose, man. So
Yeah,
I'm like, you know,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
that's
$5,
fine. You know,
fuck it.
You know, yeah, it was like, it was like a fucking moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so my brother too, he was like, I just invited him. He didn't know what the hell was going on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we get there, and so it turns out that it's just a regular bar. It's called O'Leary's. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
It's in Ventura. It's right next to the government center.
Okay.
Next to the jail.
Oh shoot.
So a lot of cops go there.
Right.
And so we get there and we walk in and we see some guy. There's like guys smoking outside, and we get there and then they say what's up to us. So we walk in and immediately like I see the guy walking past me and I'm like, hey, you're Cody, right? And I'm like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm here to shoot a shot, man. He's like, oh man, thanks for your support, man. Blah blah. And then he's like, oh, did you talk to our guy outside? And I was like, oh no. So he takes us outside and he said that they're taking $5 donations.
Oh.
Because it's a bar, you know what I mean? So it's free to go in.
It's free to go in.
To the
Right.
bar. But he said like they're taking $5 donations. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he said if you do donate, you get a little chip and you get a discount on your first drink.
Wow.
Like on a cocktail or
That's
whatever.
pretty good. Yeah, that's solid.
So I'm like, oh, yeah. So like we give them $5. And they're like, oh, thank you guys for your support, man. Thank you guys for coming out. We're like, oh yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I felt pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you guys for coming out, man. It's like they were appreciative, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, and it was pretty packed. Like the bar was pretty small.
Yeah,
it's pretty small. But it was pretty packed. We were like, yeah, like, we stood up the entire time.
Wow.
Like there's like no place to sit.
And how long did it last?
Like an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like an hour.
That's solid.
Yeah, but like we had a drink and everything. And so and all the comedians were actually pretty funny. We're like, I got like two of the comedians' Instagrams. I took pictures with 3 of them.
Right.
Yeah, because they were pretty funny.
Wow.
And so there was this one comedian. His name is Clay Newman.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna share one of his stories that he told. He was telling us that he used to work for Uber, or he works for Uber now. Like he still works for like because to make ends meet and whatnot.
Right.
And he was telling us that he was taking this couple home, and they broke up in the back of his Uber.
Shoot.
They broke up in his Uber.
Oh,
and he was I guess the girl was telling the guy, he was like, who's Tiffany? And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like who? Like I don't know any Tiffany.
Oh,
and
shit.
like and she goes, babe, she's texting you right now. And then she goes, I don't know who that is. Like I don't know who Tiffany is. And then she goes, then why do you have her on your contact as Big Tit Tiffany?
Oh my god.
And I guess the guys start trying and they're all crying and whatnot. And like what the heck? And the driver, he's like, the comedian, he's like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? he's like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
And I guess they they ended off right then and there. And I guess the comedian, he looks back and he goes, so 2 stops?
He's like, so I'm getting paid more?
and then, so then he goes, I don't want to take anything away from the situation, but it's $1 extra for 2 stops.
Oh my god. That's funny.
And I guess they do make 2 stops, and I guess they drop off the girl, and then the comedian, because like over the destination that he had already, he drops off the girl there, and he turns around and he looks at the guy and he goes, "Okay, so where do I take you?" And he says, "Tiffany's, obviously."
Oh my god!
And then like that was like the whole crowd's like the whole crowd starts going, ah! We're like, what? Because that's how he ended up the story.
Right.
So everyone was like, ah! We're like, what the fuck? We're like, what the heck?
Damn, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, we're like, damn.
That's
like,
just funny.
And then there's this other comedian who he was talking about like he saw this movie, I guess, about like how hackers can still see you like through your phone or your webcam or whatever.
Yeah.
He was talking about he was saying like he's like, man, like I'm over here thinking that I was jacking off in front of my computer in peace, but nah, man, I've been a sugar for free. And we're like, damn. We're like, oh shit. We're like, fuck. We're like, shit, man.
Damn.
We're like, yeah, well, that's true.
That's true. Damn, Darren, those webcams. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll end it here. 45 minutes and counting. Is there anything you want to plug? Quick plug.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, RoddyBlaze.
I'll put in the link in the description.
New merch coming soon.
New merch coming soon. Follow me on Instagram at Rodster_24. Yeah, so
That's it?
yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I'll be back.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, man. All right, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no problem. This is our first guest, episode 10.
Hey.
Give a round of applause to Rodrigo. Yeah.
We don't have the budget to add.
We don't have no.
clap effects.
No, we're probably going to get copyrighted if we do any noises.
Couldn't afford a live audience.
Yeah, no live audience. Soon, one day. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to this podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.